Lisa live from the loft at the home office as we welcome in former SU player and NBA veteran Etan Thomas on the phone right now. Etan, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Great.
Well, I know you're from living in kind of the D.C. area, so congrats, I guess. I'm assuming you are a Washington Commanders fan. Did you watch that game last night?
Yes, I did watch it. It was a great win. You know, everybody here is excited. So, yeah, it was a great win. Great win.
How many of the Commanders games do you have a chance to go to?
Not so much anymore. I did before. Now my daughter's volleyball schedules kind of take over everything. I was actually some of the dads were actually at practice yesterday watching the game. So that's how I watched it.
Now, when you were going more often and you had a chance to go, did you have a chance to go like on the sideline and get that kind of experience?
I did. My son, that 1 year where RG3 just kind of took over, he was a huge RG3 fan. So I went down there and, got him to meet, a chance to meet him. We went to some of the practices. He was a huge RG3 fan. So that year we was there a lot.
Wow, that's cool. Well, good for you. And then I know the other part of the weekend anyway, we spent watching Syracuse get their second win in a row in the conference at BC. And what did you think of the game?
I thought it was a great win. JJ really stepped it up that half. I was really happy to see how he continued to drive the drive from the top of the key and from the corner, off that high pick and roll and side pick and roll. He just really kept doing it. And one of the things that I really like is that, when something is working, keep going at it. Like, keep milking it dry until they stop it. And BC didn't stop it. So he kept doing it. I thought that was great. I know a lot of the criticisms that we're hearing is about the offensive execution, especially down the stretch for our team. Well, Saturday, the offensive execution down the stretch looked good. And I was happy to see that myself.
And I thought it was great, too, seeing the energy that Kyle Cuff brought off the bench when he came in 10 points and an exciting 10 points for him.
Well, he's been consistent energy, so he's been playing really well and high energy. So nothing but good things to say about him. He does what he's supposed to do. He brings that spark off the bench. I thought he played great.
Donnie Freeman, again, missing out, his foot in the walking boot, taking care of whatever foot issue is going on there. But, again, 2 wins in a row, and back to a point that you made about, if something's working, you don't change it. Does that apply for that, too? I mean, sometimes when a guy is missing and then the team has to kind of rally around and play a little bit out of position, sometimes you find something that wasn't there before. Is that the case with Donnie missing out?
Well, they're definitely going to appreciate when Donnie comes back. I think that Lampton played well. He played with a lot of high energy. He got a tech one time. I don't necessarily mind that too much. He was playing with that energy and really battling down in the post. Made some good passes that was just showed a veteran play. When he was double teamed. I thought he played well. That's the type of energy that we definitely need. But I think that Donnie Freeman coming back is definitely going to be a plus. I don't want to say that. But I think that it was a great win, and it was definitely something that we can build on, because we haven't had a whole lot to really be positive about for a while, but we could take this positivity and keep it going.
Well, one game at a time and baby steps, now back to 500 at 8-8, and then Louisville coming to the Dome tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. That's one of those old-school sounding Big East rivalry games, and to have Louisville back in the Dome, hopefully we can pack up the Dome tomorrow night. And what have you noticed about Louisville this year, Etan?
Well, when you say old school, Louisville wasn't in the Big East when I was playing, so not quite old school.
True.
You know what I mean? I know a young guy like you, don't really remember the old school much. But Louisville, that's going to definitely be a good test for us. But I think that one of the things that we have to do, like you mentioned before, is capitalize on what we did well. And the driving we did well. I like the way that Jair, came and attacked, when it was aggressive as well. Yeah, he had a chance to play a lot more because Donnie was out. And I don't know what Donnie's situation is, but he just has to keep on and playing. I thought he did a good job filling in for that role. But I think we just continue to do what we've been doing, capitalize on what was working, and we'll be in the game.
I'm looking at real quick when you said that, and you're you're right. That Louisville didn't come into the conference until 2005, and they were in it from 2005 to 13 or 14 or something like that. But
yeah, they wasn't in the house playing at all. So
did you when Denny Crum was the coach? Did you ever play against Louisville back in that era?
No, we didn't play against them. Whole different conference, whole different everything. So that wasn't, Big East is still. I'm still getting adjusted to certain teams not being in the Big East. And for me, including ourselves, number one. But we're seeing Pitt not in the Big East, and it's I don't know. It's just an adjustment period for me. I'm still working on it.
You mentioned Pitt, and I didn't mention it earlier, but that comeback they had over the weekend, down 32 points, and then come back and win by, I think, 13 points. And that was amazing. I mean, I think it was the biggest comeback not only in Pittsburgh history, but maybe in the conference. Yeah,
no, it was big, and you don't see big comebacks like that. Just complete flip flops. Where you're down 30 in college. Maybe it's to my recollection. I don't remember that being the case pretty much ever. You can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I thought it was an amazing game. But there's been a lot of good games. But also getting back to Syracuse, one thing I wanted to say. I know that we haven't been shooting well outside, and some guys have knocked down a couple threes, but overall we haven't been shooting well outside. And I suspect that teams are going to start packing it in on us more. I don't understand why Boston College didn't make that adjustment in the second half and we kept driving, but I suspect that's what's going to happen. And so we are going to have to work different angles. So we are at some point going to have to start knocking down some shots. But the driving worked. I want to see more driving. I am somebody who's always been an advocate of if the three-pointer is not working, drive. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with two-pointers. You know what I mean? Two-pointers work just fine. Yes, they work.
Well, later on today, Etan, you and Eric Devendorf start your show at 11:30 here on QSportsTalk.com. So I know a lot of people, including myself, looking forward to seeing and listening to you guys.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Eric, we've always been fans of each other. He's a great guy. We talk basketball all the time. So we said, hey, why not? So it'll be fun.
And just for scheduling purposes, that's daily? Because I know that during this time of the year, there's some shows that are on once a week and a couple times a week, and some are only on game days. What's going to be the schedule for it? And what's the official name of your show?
So we're going to start off slow. We're going to start off start off slow. Etan and Devo, show, and we're going to start off for 30 minutes on Monday at 11:30. That's what we're going to start off with.
Okay,
and
cool.
We'll grow from there. You know what I mean? We got to prove ourselves first. We got to take baby steps first. You know what I mean? So we're going to start off slow, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Etan, thanks. We will see you at 11:30 here on QSportsTalk.com, and we'll check in again next Monday.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot.
All right, thanks, Etan.